Welcome back. Before we get to news from the left, the Big Short investor, a guy named Michael Berry. Remember him from that movie? It was a really good movie. One of very few people who predicted the 2008 market crash and made a fortune off of it. Had a very dire warning about the U.S. economy yesterday. In a now deleted tweet, he said, "Today I wondered aloud if this could be worse than 2008, what interest rates are doing, exchange rates globally, central banks seem reactionary and in cover your bleep mode. One of my analysts said it was spooky, and today I would wonder that Alpine," and then he puts anniversary. Well, Berry was making this prediction that what we're about to go through could be worse than 2008. He made it yesterday on September 29th. That's the anniversary of the 778-point drop that we saw in the Dow in 2008, which at the time was the worst single-day plunge in history. Berry also pointing out today that there are hundreds of companies on the stock exchange that have valuations over $1 billion, but are companies that are losing money. And he says the recession will not end until all of those companies go to zero. I follow some of these quirky people that are really smart on the economy, and they almost every single one of them, say that this is going to be a really ugly thing. We're going to have to wait and see. Time now for news from the left. Over at Comedy Central, Trevor Noah has been making an absolute fortune for years. I mean, like $10, $15, $20 million in that range, while delivering a pitiful audience for a mainstream show on a massive network. He gets no viewers. You wouldn't believe it. We all know the Daily Show host is not really very funny because he's too partisan, although he's been trying to change that recently, but it was painful for a long time. But Trevor Noah's luck has finally run out.
It's been absolutely amazing. It's something that I never expected. And I found myself thinking throughout the time, everything we've gone through. And I realized that after the 7 years, my time is up. Yeah. But in the most beautiful way.
Well, just to give you some perspective on it, he was getting about, a couple 100,000 viewers a night and making millions and millions of dollars. That doesn't equate at all. I mean, even CNN shows were beating his show every night, and people were making a tenth of what he made. He claims he's leaving the Daily Show because he wants to do more stand-up comedy. I don't think anybody leaves that job, not for that kind of cash. He got thrown out the door. Next up, it's time to play Imagine If a Republican Said That.
We have a shortage of workers in our country, and you see even in Florida, some of the farmers and the growers saying, why are you shipping these immigrants up north? We need them to pick the crops down here.
You can see the wheels in her head as she's saying it. She's like, oh, God, this is going to be really bad. Yeah, we need those brown people to pick our crops, don't we, Nancy? Also, rich white women don't like having babies. We need those Central American surrogates, too. Why don't you throw that line in there as well? People to mow the lawn, tend to the gardens. Nancy has moved into that dangerous place where her brain is no longer firing at full capacity. She's going to really say dumb stuff as we move along here and go into the future. If she runs again, it's going to be hilarious. Her and Joe just walking around D.C., walking the halls like zombies. I don't even know where they are. Moving on, a new trend is sweeping through America's workforce. It's called quiet quitting. You've heard about it. At least 50% of the workforce are quiet quitters, according to a Gallup poll. Can you imagine that? Quiet quitters are someone who's not engaged at all at work. You're basically just doing the bare minimum, just trying to see how long you can coast until somebody fires you, totally detached from the job. This is a huge problem, and most of it is to blame because of what we've just seen with COVID. A huge part of it. It's the young people, it's the millennials and Gen Z, but you gave them all work from home, which of course everybody loves because they can be lazy, but it's a disaster for our society. Of course nobody wants to leave the house to go to work. Everyone has to sit on the couch all day long. It's a disaster, and it's creating a horrible work environment in this country. It's got to be fixed. Finally, we'd love to see the woke media try to cover this story. The first U.S. Army trans doctor, Major Jamie Lee Henry, and her wife, so I think you can figure out which one's which, have been charged with turning over military medical information to Russia. The pair believe they were giving these confidential medical records to both soldiers and their wives from Fort Bragg and Johns Hopkins Hospital to a Russian operative. Instead, they were just giving them to an undercover FBI agent. It's nice to see the FBI actually doing some real work every once in a while. Gabrielian began offering her aid in August when she tried to send a message to the Russian embassy, and it was intercepted by the FBI. then proceeded to meet up with the undercover agent a couple of times. The couple have both been indicted. According to the indictment, Henry said, "My point of view is until the United States actually declared war against Russia, I'm able to help as much as I want," which is a really, really interesting way to think about this and try to explain it away. CNBC really struggled with this story, right? Because you got a trans woman and her wife. They changed the headline 3 times over at CNBC. I'm sure everybody was so nervous they were trembling as they were typing. A U.S. Army major doctor and their physician wife. The first one said a U.S. Army major doctor and his physician wife. Oh, that wasn't right? Because now it's a woman. The second try was a U.S. major doctor and her physician wife. And then they went to their, because they didn't want to assume the gender, even though he changed into a woman. Really complicated stuff. Be glad you're not woke, because you just don't have to care. Isn't that the best part of the whole thing? Is you just can look at all of that idiocy and just laugh.